Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Leo, July 2024 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. Well, it's fantastic to see the subscribers back again. I really enjoy your company, truly I do, and look forward to seeing you, and seeing you in particular. Now, for those of you who have been stopping by here before, you know that over FaceTime and Skype, I provide one-on-one clairvoyant readings to people from anywhere in the world. Also, I provide healing to people from anywhere in the world as well over FaceTime and Skype. Now, healing is free and without any obligation. That spiritual gift was provided to me on the basis that I use it and that I get nothing in return for it. So it is the free lunch if you want to take advantage of it. And if you do, you'll know if you do. Everything's confidential with me. I've been doing it for over 40 years and there is nothing that I haven't seen or heard. So let's see what's going on with you this month, shall we? Now, we're going to take 5 cards because that's all we need. We don't just spend a second or two on a card, do we? No, they're very talkative to you and I. And they reflect the energies that are swirling around you this month. There are no advertisements in here, so you get to enjoy the experience uninterrupted. Now, let's see what there is in store for you, shall we? Show me the magic. That's this. 5 of Pentacles. Beautiful artwork on this. I think you'll agree with that. 2 of Swords. Yep. And there is the Ace of Cups. Here, the Sun. Isn't the Sun good for you? It's your planet. Let's have a look. 2 of Pentacles. The Sun is a planet, as you know. It's called a planet. So is the Moon, incidentally, as you would already be aware, I'm sure. Now, why don't I bring the camera around? You and I can have a good close look at the imagery on these cards together while they reflect the energies, the cosmic energy swirling about, and I will do the reading for you. Well, what a fascinating thing. Showered with love, lots of success. Your planet, the Sun here. It's a turning point for the better when you think things have been going wrong. This is saying don't worry about stuff. And yet, there you are. You can worry about things sometimes, I think. Let's have a look at this and deal quickly with it because everything else is so instructive on this, so much so that I think that this is here as a message. This isn't predictive as to what's going to happen to you. This is asking you to bear these things in mind. Look at her. She's standing there, really the keeper of the universe itself. Now, astrologically, well, before I say that, what am I getting around with? The energy's coming up as a sort of a, look, I've got to say it's worry. You're worrying about things, worrying about setbacks. It's a lack of belief in yourself. Is that possible? Feeling as if you are isolated or that you are down on your luck, or there's a temptation for you to lose your faith from time to time, as everybody does, but it is not well placed. Nothing you worry about ever turns out, does it? Never. Now, what we have here is Mercury ruling the first decan of Taurus, which is why I'm getting this feeling of worrying around here, because Mercury is that very fast planet around the Sun. Well, its speed and fluidity when it comes into Taurus, well, Mercury is weighed down, and Mercury is the intellect. Mercury is the power of thought, so your thoughts get confused. And 5s here, numerologically, they're associated with some sort of an instability. It's got to be said. Perhaps you feel that your energy is blocked. I have a feeling that your thoughts might keep revolving around finding a solution or a way out or a breakthrough to something that you are actually playing up to be much bigger than it is. So much so that this imagined situation is touching the depth of your subconscious and it goes right through you. And you may sometimes think, oh, all is lost, it's hopeless. Well, I think that this thing that you're worrying about, And I'm sure, and you know what it is, I think this has been going on for some time, hasn't it? And you haven't dealt with it. You might be thinking, am I getting myself into a situation that I might not be able to get out of? Will events overwhelm me? Well, worry is about past and future, isn't it? Because you only have the moment you are in. The past is in the graveyard and you must not take flowers to it. The future you can't do anything about. It doesn't exist. You have to ask yourself, if you knew that at 2 p.m. next Tuesday afternoon, for certain, that you would die, would you be using your time to worry? Well, worrying doesn't do anything. And actually it can stop you from doing things which can only make things worse. And I say this, if you are worried about something, and I'm not selling religion, but give it to God. Say, God, I need help. Can you tell me what to do? And surely, within a day or two, the answer will come to you in the most unexpected way and at the least expected time. But because this has shown up, and particularly in this first position here, and as I say, I think it is a message for you. It is saying that you are now ready to look at yourself and your situation as it actually is, because you now have an opportunity to free yourself by starting discussions, there's that Mercury aspect, by initiating discussions either with a partner or with yourself or with other people that need to have things sorted out. Because you have the ability now to engage in clear, open communications which will bring about progress, I guarantee it. Now, what areas or situations are you not clear and decisive enough? And with which people do you need to clarify things? Say this to yourself, I'm okay. I'm straightening out my life, and I'm ready to look at my life as it is and trust in the process of resolving my fears. And there you have it on the exact horizontal up here is the moon. In Libra, if I'm not mistaken, depending on the situation. Let me have a think about that. But there's peace coming towards you here. Here she is, the sentinel, alone, on guard. Look at her eyes. Do you know, when I look into the eyes of women, I see forever. Well, this energy here says that you are actually now coming to understand your true self and regaining your personal power. Now, your heart and your mind are finding a peaceful balance now. Now, things that are felt in the heart, they don't always match up with what your outlook on things might be out there in the distance. And when the mind and the heart are torn apart, well, then there is no peace. This is saying, learn how to see and judge with your mind while listening to your heart's wisdom, because your heart can see and process information that the mind and the eye don't even see. And when you do that, you will come to speak and know your truth, and that is going to come from a place of power and balance. Yes, well, with the moon in Libra, I think this is a very good combination. Did you know that your moon sign describes your instinctive or emotional energies here? Well, with the moon in the sign of Libra, you see, there's a need for you for peace and harmony. Now, Libra is symbolized by the scales, as you know, and this could relate to any area of your life that needs balance, which could include your personal environment, your work, or your relationship with others. But the real energy here is it's not hitting you with a stick. It's really quite neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It's in balance that's going on here. But you now find inner peace and the power to make decisions. Decisions regarding situations or relationships which engender emotional and spiritual peace. Now, these two swords that are crossed together, well, they really speak of the inspiration and ideas which are now coming to you are really worth paying attention to. Remember them in order to be able to guide yourself in times of doubt and confusion. Now, oh, sorry about that one. I just give myself concussion. I think that this is signaling that there's a need for you are withdrawing from problems and distractions that are surrounding you. Your mind might be going over and over and over different facets, but it's being sorted out. A choice or a decision has got to be made, and a decision is going to be made, and the situation will turn out well for you now. This is a time of sorting out problems by maintaining inner balance, the balance between your heart, which is your soul, and the mind, which is your physical body, the character, the ego. And time to get in contact with your core values, and it helps reconnect you to your personal power and your inherent, your God-given wisdom. All the answers and solutions are within you. Now, it might be that you were having something of a hard time trying to make your mind up about something and couldn't make a choice. I don't think it's anything really dramatic, actually, because in the background here, things to me seem to be going quite well. I think you're dealing with the pros and the cons of a situation. You might actually lack the information that you need in order to make the right decision at this time, but when you do get it, it's like the light is turned on and you can see the situation for what it is, and you will be in a much better position to make decisions that are right for you. Now, what areas of your life are especially important to you? Because you can now come calmly to the necessary decisions. Relax. You are in a good position to examine your past, present, and future. And say this to yourself: a deep peace always fills my heart. Now, there was another two that was underneath here, the Two of Pentacles. This is Jupiter in Capricorn in this position. Sun, Jupiter in Capricorn. Well, this woman, frankly, looks like she is the juggler that holds the universe together. Now, because this has shown up and in this position down here, it is a time to be open and flexible. Change is coming. Don't fight it. Make it fun and creative. The change that's coming your way is brilliant, incidentally. This actually symbolizes you in your position now as the creative problem solver. Now, you know that change helps you grow and expand, right? There's new ideas ready to be birthed into form, and this is bringing a desire by you to be in control of your life and the things that you do. It also brings the ability to balance and handle many different things at the same time is what you'll be doing. This is kind of asking you, who and what do you feel good about? And what or who needs to be let go? It's a sad fact that we do outgrow certain people, and if there's any negative people around you, they are vampires that suck your light and your life force and your love out of you Nothing to do with them. Get rid of them. If you have been making a hard time of making decisions or finishing projects or giving the outer appearance that everything's fine, but on the inside it's really a mess, then this is saying to you, don't worry about that. You can play the part successfully now. Now, this is a period of time with this energy here in which there's going to be a lot of movement with you. There'll be a few ups and downs and be a growth through change. Multitasking, perhaps a heavy workload, but the point is this, that you'll be enjoying your work. And that might be a welcome change, isn't it? Well, Jupiter here, Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter is the planet symbolizing luck and expansion, and it indicates that the changes coming your way are going to bring luck and enrich your life. The new is going to bring new stability and security. That's the Capricorn aspect of it. That change is always necessary when the old falls out of balance. Change wakes you up, forces you to get better. Of course, the only permanent thing in life is change, isn't it? This is also saying, I think, that this is a time for you to go with the flow in your life and to trust in the process of change so that you can find harmony and balance. I don't think there's anything really financially and materially set in stone now, but they are going to change for the better, not for the worse, as we'll get to in just a moment. But this is also telling you to make sure that it's a bit of a drag, I know, but just to make sure that your day-to-day bills and things are put in order, because this is a card of good management of your practical, personal affairs. Do you know your life is subject to a constant change which allows you to grow, which does extend and expand you and ultimately enriches you. So give yourself up to the transformation with trust. Now, what internal or external changes are going on in your life? And where are you still clinging? Say this to yourself. I trust in the harmony of my life and in the flow of my life, because every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Now, that central card is particularly good because it's all about love. It's all about love, baby. Now, Sagittarius around here, Scorpio around here, I'm getting. Let's have a look. Well, in the pursuit of romance, we often put on a number of masks, don't we? Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. This is bringing you the opportunity now to learn and live the gifts of love, compassion, intuition, and you will receive healing as well. It says that there are also new beginnings, a happiness, optimism, and fulfillment. It's bringing a new relationship, perhaps, or deepening love to an existing relationship. This is particularly good for people who are involved in sales, dealing with the public or selling business to business. And I must say that you're probably going to hear of fertility, of birth of a child or a pregnancy here, because this is very fertile energy around here. And I think you might also have an emotional breakthrough, where you actually work out, listen, I just had enough of this. It's time to do something else. But you know what the best thing about this energy is? It brings you self-love and asks you to listen, to open and trust your heart, to follow what your heart seeks. This is bringing you the chance to bring down universal love and its associated peace and joy into your life. I suppose if you could bottle the feelings of the moments of first falling in love, then this would encapsulate it. The wonderful Ace of Cups Well, of course, the cups suit. They're all about your experiences of relationships, the pursuit of happiness, love, fulfillment, pleasure. But you know that we can't have the experience of those things unless we have had the experience of their opposite. I'm also getting Libra around here as well, in addition to Sagittarius and Scorpio, I've got to say. A deep love of yourself coming through here, and giving and receiving as well. The giving of love now is going to happen effortlessly here. There's love in its purest sense and abundance. A sensual passion. People are going to find you very sexually attractive, whatever you may do with that. And there's an emotional balance here to be used for you for the next few months as well. Now, this is saying that despite the message that's given to you here is that whenever you feel like that, remember always that you are in contact with all-embracing love. It fills you, and you can pass it on generously, lavishly to other people. Now, what is your way of expressing love? Just say this to yourself, because it is really true, and you are the personification of it, of all the signs. An all-encompassing love fills me and my environment. Now, in a sense, we come to the best card for you, finally, it looks like, which is this Sun card. I don't need to tell you what the astrology is, and I don't need to tell you that it's incredibly beneficial for you, and it disposes of all the other problem aspects of that Five of Pentacles up there that you might imagine that you have. Because this is really symbolizing your divine marriage with the Creator. Now, this energy here is your life force. It makes you feel better. And the Sun is bringing you enlightenment. Enlightenment is an experience. It's not an idea. You will have moments of transcendence, I'm sure, where in a millisecond you get to understand what I mean there. Now, just looking at the numerology of this, XIX in Latin, of course, is 19. Well, that is the number of success, abundance, achievement, victory, happiness, harmony, healing, and wisdom. There's a knowledge being downloaded to you now which you can't even put into words, and it is liberating blocked energy that is inside of you. This is very healing for you. There is no fear now. You have faith in yourself and in your Creator. Faith can transform your inner world, which then transforms your outer world. Your life is what you think it is. Well, the Sun, of course, is it's the source of life, isn't it? And it represents success and abundance, and this is going to follow you now. And this energy is getting you through tough times. This is a turning point for you when things may not have been going well for you. So it's a time to embrace your goals and give it everything you've got. If you have had some tough times, things are now going to get better. Really, it is the case that now you can move mountains. A lot of emotional union here. People could be getting married, there's living together, deepening of existing relationships, and new romance. Now, really, it is the case that the fulfillment of your wishes is possible here and now. So, as this was saying, relax. Give yourself up to the dance. The right dancing partners are going to find each other, and you will find your right person. Now, what project is on the agenda for you now? Visualize the light and the warmth of the sun in your chest and heart. For the next few days, remind yourself several times daily that the sun is shining in and through you. And say this to yourself: I work well in teamwork situations. I enjoy making a contribution to group efforts. I am a cooperative person. And in particular, I am in harmony with the divine light which fills me and guides me. What a particularly great set of cards reflecting the cosmic energy around you. And didn't you do a good job? I'm sure you enjoyed that reading as much as I enjoyed providing it to you. And wasn't the artwork on the cards actually quite haunting and beautiful, don't you think? Yeah, I don't know what I'd done with this deck. I'd lost it for a number of years and I just found it yesterday. So I want to use it. Now, unless I see you again, well, unless I see you privately for a clairvoyant reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again in the same place next month. So until I do see you again, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.